Today I'd like to talk to you about one of the most important facets of the meditation practice. That would be seated meditation posture. It's important to note that the Buddha 2,600 years ago in India taught that there was no one right way to sit. He taught that whether standing, walking, laying down, or seated, one can cultivate this mind of awareness and this heart of loving kindness. But seated meditation is probably the most convenient way for the vast majority of us to do this practice. So, what makes a good meditation posture? There are many different postures to choose from when picking a way to sit for meditation. 3 or 4 of the most common ones I can't even do. You've got crisscross applesauce like we all did in kindergarten. We have the half lotus position where the heel is up on the thigh. The full lotus where both heels are up on the thigh and the cross leg. Burmese style is very common also, where the legs are stacked one in front of the other, making the body and hips like a triangle. My hips, however, do not work that way, and I spent a significant portion of my 30-year relationship with meditation trying to force my body into a way of sitting that did not work for me. Nowadays, whenever I do meditate, I meditate either seated in a chair or on a Japanese Seiza bench. This kneeling posture, either sitting in a chair or in a kneeling posture, is very conducive for people who grew up sitting in chairs, especially those of us in the West whose hips are maybe a little bit tight like mine. I'm going to demonstrate these 3 postures: cushion, bench, and in a chair for you right now. When sitting on the floor in a kneeling posture, the 2 main ways to do it are with the assistance of a cushion or a bench. First, the cushion. Get into a kneeling posture, either on a rug or a towel or a blanket, somewhere your knees are going to be comfortable. Take your cushion and place it between your calves so that when you lean back or sit back on it, the pressure of your body is being held up by the blanket itself and not your knees or feet. When using a bench like I have here, commonly called a Seiza or a Japanese kneeling bench, simply get into the kneeling posture like we were previously, and then tuck it under your posterior, like so. These can be made quite cheaply with parts you can get at Home Depot, and you can of course buy them online. When using a chair for meditation, there's a few considerations that make it different from seated on the floor. One is that the back to the thigh, to the knee, to the feet should all be a series of right angles. This is the most stable and supportive way to sit. Additionally, most of our chairs have seat backs, but you're going to want to sit in such a way, either using a cushion or just your most upright posture, such that you are not laying back and relying on the seat back to hold you up. Your hands can be any which way you like, any way that's restful and easeful for you. Additionally, if your feet aren't touching the ground in a stable way, feel free to grab yourself a cushion or a rolled up blanket so that you can have your feet nicely planted. The posture that works best for you should allow your body to be like a lump of soft clay. Fixed, stable, completely at rest, but soft and pliable. I want to invite you to find your comfortable posture and take a few breaths exactly how you are right now. This is the foundation of the seated meditation. Simply checking into the body exactly as it is and noticing how it feels to be you right now. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Franz Manfredi. Please visit us at longbeachmeditation.org. Thank you, and may you be happy.